Hey gang! Aloha, and it's a welcome Sunday. Finally I still have work. I have somebody coming in another hour. But I just wanted to bring in this great energy and also want to thank those that came down to Kaimuki High School for Kokojor pop-up. And look at this cute thing I found. And I was just thinking that maybe this person can make my Miracle Micro Bubble carry. This is so well put together. I mean, I love this. It fits my laptop perfectly in here. And, it's a great bag. It's a cute bag as well as backpack. But that is that, and I'm not here to talk about things that we're so busy getting attracted to. Buying things, name brand. I used to be that person. I used to be that person that will have literally shelves after shelves of brand name items when I was in my 20s, my 30s, because at that age, I was making really good money working for a Japanese company. And so, things that we develop throughout the years, it creates us as a character, us as a person. And, the thing about I learned is that if you can adjust yourself to be you and the uniqueness of who you are and what you are, you can change up your style, your fashion, and especially your demeanor and where you at. I can be thrown into an executive meeting and I can be sitting here cross-legged, and making sure that my Achilles heels are on top, because the next, year coming up, 2024, it's going to be a huge epic years of transformation, and people try to change things to how they want to control it, whether it's going to be through the government, whether it's going to be through the AI, whether it's going to go through technology, medical field, things that really going to hit home to us. Our produce has already been spoken for, and so think back 3 years ago and what 2020 has brought for you as that knowledge of power. Did you learn how to grow your own vegetable, create your own gardening? By now, the soil, which is the most important source of life that's growing, vertically, horizontally, all over for our, well-being. And some of it is being controlled and sprayed throughout our food chain supply. So those are the kind of things that we're going to start seeing. It's already taken off in the last 3 years. They've already, and I was just speaking to, people that came out to the craft fair. And I love to do this because I'm very much of a grassroots campaign person. And because of my client, I am who I am. And so, there's so many things I'm working with my team to give back to, in a very vertical, horizontal way of how Kokojor is building its business. And, people say, oh, wow, it took you this much. Yes. And if you didn't know that Hawaii is always used at a beta data system, whether it comes to medical, technology, and a whole bunch of things, because we have great natural alive resources coming through where else? All over the world. And so these are the kind of things of different kind of vibration that is really this feel of energetic feeling that when we arrive here in Hawaii, whether you are, a kama'aina or a malahine, whether meaning that if you live here or if you are, someone just visiting here, we all come back with a story of something, of the energy that maybe transformed people, whether it's good or bad or evil or, people, I just posted in my social media, and it's really the truth. Well, exactly how I feel that, and if you can see through it, like what Elon Musk said, and I felt boom right here, is that, in life, we can all pretend and look good because it's so easy. But behind of that, there are some people who does bad and evil, but may try to make themselves look good. And so, the thing is that now, and it was funny that when I was in LA, I was talking to my client that, he was saying, it's time for mask off. And it is. We start to see things in a different perspective because we all got smart one way or another. So when I talk to people about airborne, they understand. When I talk to people about, what's inside some of these medication that they've been putting into for the last 2 years in our pets, the mRNA that some of these huge pharmaceutical companies are putting into their vaccines, their shot, this and that. And so make sure you consult before they put that shot into your dog or your cat or any animals, to ask what's in there. Because hey, if they can get to us humans, and babies especially, it's easy to get into our beloved fur babies because they're our pets. There are literally our babies, are part of our family. And so these are the kind of things that, people that they say awaken, or people that is waking up, or people that is getting much, I call it brighter, smarter, seeing the light of things that's happening. That these things are happening. So, 2024 is going to be a very interesting year. It's about balance, it's about being grounded, and it's about being awakened to things that are available out there to change and improve your lifestyle, because they're not going to stop doing what they're doing because it's already the new world. It is a swift transition that we were awakened in 2020, and because we were so engulfed on how to look good through social media, and everybody who has a business or be part of something, to get people to come, is through social media. I started it way back in 2003, and those are the days when I do have like organic followers, and to a point where I had to just, on my personal page, stop it. But you're all more than welcome to follow me on my, social media and stuff like that. And don't forget to subscribe and like the button so you can hear more of these Coco Joe Corner chit chat time, where I just feel these energy just coming into me, giving me this energy. And it was so funny because I just saw it once again in social media, and social media has its good and bad, so take it with a grain of salt. But the thing is that some people love to share their privacy, their journey. Some people don't, and some people are very careful on how they put it up, post things, because you don't know what's lurking behind the scene of things, of people's smartphones nowadays, and computers and AIs and technology, whether I'm talking to Alexa or if I'm talking to Siri, or am I talking to, you know, the bank Erica, or whatever, you know. And so these are the kind of things that's going to be in the forefront. It's going to step forward. It's going to show the world that they're no longer hiding. Honestly, I mean, a lot of these bad things that's been going on for years and ages and God knows when, is because of social media. Is now being awakened to give that kind of information for those people who are really into sharing those kind of stuff, whether people think it's conspiracy theory or maybe people saying it's out, or whether what, it's that contents of information. So 2024, get ready to listen to that kind of things that resonates to you in your stomach, into your heart, into your soul. Because other things that's going to really interrupt is a lot of these NOP. And if you don't know what NOP is, it's nonprofit organization that people pretty much make it into a full-time fledged business. And so they're very well high connected to people, whether it's the government or high society, or people that just, you know, out there who really just want to give to that special, you know, organization. And so be careful, because that is on the top of the list that's going to start to, I see it crumbling, shaking, because you have a lot of people that either hate it, against it, or just see it as another way of, you know, everybody has a way of good old fashioned of hiding the money under their bed, as we say it. So once you hide things under the bed and people already kind of feel it, those are the kind of energy that I see, whether you are a Biden or whether you are, you know, the Clintons, or whether you are having, you know, especially here in Maui, they have a whole bunch of nonprofit organization, you know, saying that they're doing it for the people of Maui. And, you know, right now there's just a whole bunch of scandals and, you know, things like that. And so, you know, I tried to donate, like, literally from my heart. And I told them, you know, I want to help with my micro bubble to help detox and help dogs and this and that. And, you know, it just didn't work out the way they kind of accepted. I just really wanted to do it because I really wanted to do it like what I did with Malibu. You know, I gave a whole bunch of cooling products to keep the, you know, burnt victim of the animals safe, you know, and healing with the cooling vest. You know, whether there are miniature horses, because I know now that it fits miniature horses. And we did a lot because I had a lot of big sizes. And anyways, that's another whole different topic to talk about. But what I'm just saying is that I'm not saying that some of these organizations is not real or not doing what they're doing, but there is a lot of, it's not even windy, and I get this confirmation, they're coming in. And so, you know, that, just be careful. And once again, like, you know, some things are popping out, whether it's the Boy Scout, whether it's some kind of religion, or whether it's because there's just so much pronouns and nouns and so much things that's so confusing, you know. I just kind of step back from all of that, you know, from gender reveal parties to gender ways of talking, or gender this, or there's that another thing of energy that's really going to start to spike over in 2024, you know, from media to places that we go to, you know, things that we thought it was pure, but, and it shows that it could be, but there could be evil lurking underneath, you know. And so always remember that there is always a yin and a yang. So those are the kind of messages I see coming in for 2024. We're going to have a Mercury retrograde coming this month. And so, you know, it takes you with that energy into how we're going to start the new year. Some people say the new year is just, you know, a tradition where, because it's one, that literally that's the start of it. But it's really not, like in India, they discovered, I didn't know that, they did discover, they were the first one who discovered the number 0. Yeah, number 0. So remember that, it is a number. To make 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. To make 10, right, you need a 0. You can't make 1 into a 0 or 2 into a 0 to make it into a 0 and another number. So that's how the growth of zeros, which is a number, you know, and people always say, if you're into numerology, the number changes different frequency or different ways, right? We have it in our calendars, we have it a way of how the 4-season moons and things like that. And so those are the kind of things that really there's gonna, I just see a whole bunch of energy just clashing against each other, because things are going to be really either they believe in the changes, or whether they don't believe in the changes, or whether they created a new changes and how they want to do their lifestyle, how they want to bring their own community, their own likings of people. And you know, the thing is that 2023 we lost so much, whether it's our loved ones, whether it's our business, whether it's our relationship, whether it's, you know, friendship, friends, family, etc. You know, dogs, my dog, whether it's you know, things of changes, and some people go through mourning a different way, and some people change through a different way. And so be careful when you criticize people, because they could end up being somebody that actually help you see a different way. You know, people have a great tendency of criticizing, because criticizing is so easy. Talking bad, it's so easy. Texting a whole bunch of things through texting, it's so easy, right? And so these are the kind of things that pick and choose. I choose not to participate in group texting unless it's something very urgent or something that's very much needed attention to. Other than that, I just kind of look at it and I wake up in the morning, 75 texts, are you crazy? 45 texts, are you crazy? You know, I don't go into that. You know, some people like it, I don't. I say, you know, especially in business or people I deal with, and people, because I care about it. I care about their situation. I care about what they're talking about. And I take it very important to me that if you really want to communicate and talk to me, I tell them, do not text, do not line call me, do not WhatsApp me, do not send those kind of texts through those kind of platform, because text can be misconstrued to many different ways, misunderstanding, and there's a lot of miscommunication. And so for me, is I stand by my rules. If you really want to say something that is so important, email me, call me, or leave a message, because I want to see all of that. You know, that's the realness of human actually sitting there and typing, and I can tell whether it's AI or not AI, you know. And so these are the kind of things that we have to set boundaries, we have to set rules, and we have to stay with it. I mean, people may say, oh, she's so stuck up that she's not participating in a group text. I'm not stuck up. I'm talking because I respect everyone's time, everyone's, you know, things that's happening to them, you know. And so These are the kind of things, because time flies by so fast. I mean, who do not disagree that no, October, November came by so fast. December is going to be like, phew, I already know it. You know, January, I have my schedule pretty much set up. And so these are the kind of things, because I'm already talking to my team about what's the next things that we have a lot to go with. And even my team too, they know that they cannot be texting me or group texting me. If they can group text, I don't care. They can put me in there. But am I going to participate 100%? No. So these are the kind of things that we need to really set foot on, because you're rowing your own boat. You have your own oar, you know, and you're rowing it to your destination. You see that funnel, you know, that the tunnel has to end somewhere or take you out somewhere. And you need to, either you're going to keep on going underneath that tunnel and keep on striving through that, or you have a way to exit out and think of a new journey. And that's what 2024 really is all about. It's never too late. It's never too old. You're never too old to start your life again, you know, because life is a journey. Life has its changes. There's nothing written on book or paper or magazine or in the media that specify that you have to do this certain thing, because that's the rules and regulation. Is it time to cut off that umbilical cord and strive to what you want to do? Is the challenge that we're going to see in December. December is so chaotic, it's so busy, but spend a lot of time, because life begins at home. We're going to have a lot of family gathering. We're going to have a lot of that spirit. It's not about what kind of present you get under the Christmas tree or who, what, when, and why. Those are really surface showers, I call it. Be the miracle micro bubble. Do little mini things to create miracles. And that's why I call it miracle micro bubble, because my machine finally, like I just said, is recognized by veterinarians, vet approved. It took, you know, and I'm glad it took this long to happen. I don't regret it one bit, because I did it finally my way, exactly my way, the way I want my machine to be for the new now. Clean energy, no electricity, just the power of water. I mean, God, it's just a dream come true. It's heaven sent, literally heaven sent, because of heaven, what she went through in her final days of her, you know, years that she was misdiagnosed, and I knew what was wrong with her, and sure enough, I was right through the other vet, and that's what created my machine heaven. And so I just literally got a delivery of my angel machine, so that's going to be at Nordstrom this weekend, and it's ready to rock and roll for people who really want to just take it on and go and start doing it. So that can probably fit in here or the other bag. Anyway, so now that I have a great connection to create something, I love this. This will fit so good for my machine. Perfect. Alrighty, so let's do it. We're gonna make that into a Coco Jour bag to take along, and you know, start understanding that there are so much people out there that created things from the inside out. And so check them out. Be sure to, you know, really understand that everyone has this journey, everyone has this belief system, and thank you to really people that followed me throughout the many years, 20 plus years. Looking at my Facebook and my social media, thank you so much for, you know, it's real people. It's not paid, bought, or whatever. It's real people that subscribe to it. It's real people that I'm creating this Coco Jour Corner because of you. And so stay tuned next year, we have a lot going on to give back to our community and be part of this evolution change with our minical micro bubble system. So you take care, start getting ready for the new moon coming up soon. This month, we just finished our full moon on the 27th, and so I got a whole thing coming up with the new moon. But this is really talking what to expect for December, what to expect for the next 3 months, because it's going to be December, January, February, okay? And the reason why I break it down in this way is because these are more of the months of hibernation, creating yourself, because this past full moon was all about your ID, your identity, exactly who you are, what you believe in, what is your contents of life, you know, what is your narrative, what is your journey, what is your story. You know, everyone has a story when they came here to earth. Everyone has a life that they can change. You know, it's time to mask off, and some of these masks are coming off for those people who think they were doing good, but the evil inside of them may have its time limit, whether they are a Hollywood star or whether they are, you know, like I'm saying, you know, started this a lot, especially in the nonprofit world, for dogs, for animals, for all of these things, you know, are starting to crumble, start to mask off. So start to really think of different things to use your good platform, because you created it, and turn it not into evil of the Benjamins, of the Greens, because those are starting to uncover majorly, because once the old system crumbles, the new system of awakening is start to expose, because this is, like I'm saying, we're going through that tunnel. And when we go through that vortex of tunnel, these things, like when you go around, you're spinning around, you know, things are going to start to go downwards or upwards. You be the judge of it. So anyways, that's what's happening. Whether your health right now feeling like it's deteriorating, a lot to do with people who have taken the shot, are feeling the effect after 3 years. You know, things are happening, things are weakening, things are not being healthy. So focus on life health from the inner architecture of your inside. You know, it may take some time to change that habit, but like I said, it's never too late. You're never too old. You're never too young to start your engine, right? So start it this month. We have all the excuses. I bought a whole bunch of cookies. Oh my God. But I know, and I got a whole bunch of ice cream. What if I put the cookie and the ice cream together and make that into a sandwich to get rid of it in 3 ways faster? So be creative like that. You know, clean out your refrigerators. Take out the old food that needs to. Don't let things be too stagnant, in other words. Clean out. We're all busy. Let me tell you, my mom fell down. She had a sprain and a fracture on her, you know, and I'm helping mom, giving her a bath, doing the stuff. She's like, why are you washing the dog, massaging? And she's like, but she loved it at the end of the day, you know. And so things that you can help. Tell them, man, don't be embarrassed. You know what? You just use it from here. Help wherever that you can help. Give where you can give, and most of all, be conscious of what you give, because that's your hard-working money, that's your hard-working reputation, and that's your hard-working journey of who you are, what you are, to create the new world of what we're going to be going into in 2024. You know, don't get afraid of those NWO, New World Order, whatever. If you want to go, whatever. If you want to go into government, whatever. If you want to go into politics, because that's another thing that came in, is that 2024 is a presidential election coming up. It's not going to be all about that. You know, Biden and Trump or this or that is all going to be in a different energy. We have California Newsom coming in. We have, you know, a lot of old time people, senators, this and that passed away. New bunch of ideas are coming in. New genders are coming into the politics as representative in that field. And so that's why 2024 is going to be a huge wave of top-down crashing, a new one coming up, the Atlantis of new things are coming up. You know, stories of between the UFO and the Atlantis and the caveman, those are going to be another huge going on. And so these are the things that's lining up for 2024. For me, and my advice is stay true to yourself, number one. Be grounded and bring and be real to the people around you. You know, because if you haven't seen my social media, the one I just put up for Elon Musk is the truth. You know, there's so many people that pretend to look good and show and this and that, but underneath all of that, there's a lot of evilness that was created so much. So you have the power to change it. You have the power to, create a different view of life for yourself. It's your choice. It's never, ever, ever too late. Never to just restart, relive, and enjoy your boundary, your consciousness, you know, and most of all, your subconsciousness of how your path of life is going to be. So you take care. There's a lot of energy that's coming in through. I can only take so much of what I'm working. The other thing is light bulbs. You're going to see a lot of light bulbs, electricity, changing, dying so fast. I mean, your car, beep, beep. I mean, I don't know how much time that goes, your battery, your light bulbs, things like that is really shutting down quite faster. And so, in other words, when you see that kind of frequency, those kind of vibration that's coming through, it's faster than what you think is happening, because we can't see that. Some people can. Some people that are extra sensitive can feel it much stronger. And so, really stay grounded. Best, go out every morning. That's what I do. I go out barefoot, get re-energized with the ion that's on the ground. Feel it, feel that natural energy to recirculate. Do breathing exercises. Stop thinking negative. Oh, I'm sick and tired of my teeth feeling this way, my lungs feeling this way, my sore legs, my sore back. Start doing something. Think positive. And that's the fastest way that your mindset, your consciousness will feel better. And most of all, breathe in that good mana, the good energy. So take care. Really, this is a reading for December. This is a reading going into January and February, because starting from March is a whole different animal because, you know, in the retail world, December, January, February are the busiest, closing, restarting. Those are the months. So really people restart their engine in March. So take that next 3 months to organize. Organization is so important, is the key besides being grounded and most of all being you. So you take care, subscribe, like the button, and most of all, enjoy the last part of 2023. Aloha!